XOXO. My love is very special. If you want it, you can have it, but don't take me for granted. So much things I did not say. I'm from Portmore, that's in JA. We can do it on that beach there.
Hello Cheri, welcome back to my channel. My name is Krinovic. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, and if you're not, hey girl, welcome back. As you guys can see by the title, we are talking about how I achieved this large knotless boho braids. I just want to take this time and say thank you to Eayon Hair for sponsoring this video. If you're not new to this channel, you already know I love Eayon Hair. One, their hair is always good, it has no smell, it's full, and once you wash it, it doesn't shed, and it just gives you a perfect curl. These are braids that I have dipped in hot water and basically just scrunched up and blow dry, and look how beautiful it is. It still maintains that effortless look. I mean, what more could I say? Now, if you're interested to see how I achieved this look, then just keep on watching. As always, I will make sure I answer every single one of your questions to the best of my abilities. And I hope you enjoyed the video, so let's get right into it. The hair we are using is from Eayon Hair. They sent me 3 bundles. The length was 20 inches. I don't really remember what texture it was, but it is going to be linked down below. I use their hair all the time. It's always very bouncy, very easy to manage, very easy to use. I go ahead and split it in half so it's easier to maintain because their hair is always thick. I want to go ahead and apply my gel on there. And usually when I do my boho braids, my curly pieces are a little bit smaller, but since we're going for big pieces, since we're doing large braids, you want to make sure you're doing large pieces so it's cohesive and looks better. So here's me just trying to see if that was the perfect size, how it's gonna look, and I'm okay with that. So that's the size pieces that we're splitting. You want to go ahead and start pre-parting, and then we're gonna go ahead and start. Now that side is 2 days old, not dipped. That's just how the hair started to look after 2 days. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I achieve my hair. You want to go ahead and apply your gel and then split your hair into 3 pieces. Then you want to get your braiding hair. Those are the sizes that I'm using. When I start my braid, I like to start with just the hair with no braiding hair. It just gives me a nice grip and the braids will be flatter. So that's a trick. Unless your hair is super thin and you need to put the braiding hair, just braid with the hair first. And then you want to go ahead and add the braiding hair at the bottom and braid that up. I'll go ahead and add another piece of braiding hair just so every piece has hair on it and it's nice and full. Once you do that, you want to go ahead and just braid regular, like y'all know how to braid. I don't want to like over talk because we're here about the curly hair. I like to feed in my curly hair at the top because I love when it falls in my face. So I'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and apply gel so we don't have any little hairs sticking out. So you will see a pattern every time I add a curly piece of hair. I do go ahead and add gel on there just so nothing sticks out and it looks very neat. Once you braid down a little bit, because doing that helps you secure it. If your hair keeps falling out and shedding, you did not braid it tight enough. That's the only explanation. So you guys don't complain about the hair is bad. You just need to braid tighter and then you'll be fine. Go ahead and add another piece of braiding hair. As you can see, I'm feeding in a lot of the braiding hair at the top just because you want your braid to look consistent. You don't want it to be super big at the top and then super skinny at the bottom. So I like to add braiding hair as I'm braiding just so the braid is consistent in size. You don't want it to look DIY. Like I tell you guys, you want to take your time because you want your hair to look like you went to a professional. You don't want it to look like a DIY. You know, like we don't want to do that. Obviously, it takes time to achieve the look that you want, but that's what I do. Again, you're going to go ahead and add another piece and then braid down a little bit to lock it in. And then you want to go ahead and add another piece of curly hair. Gonna go ahead and do that. And like I said, once you put the curly hair, make sure you put in gel on it just so that little piece at the end does not stick out. If it does stick out, just have a pair of scissors next to you. You could just cut it off. But other than that, that's what I do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get that hair out the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and just keep braiding down. You guys know it's just a repetitive process. Just keep doing that. Oh, one more thing that I usually try to do is if I take out the curly hair on one side, next time I braid down and take it out on the opposite side. So when I add the second piece of curly hair, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm adding a piece of curly hair, putting gel on it to lock that in, and then you're gonna go ahead and braid down a little bit. Okay, make sure it's nice and secure. Now you see how the other side, the curly hair is on this side. Now we're putting this one on the opposite side. Clip it out the way, and then go ahead and add another piece of braiding hair. There's me just making sure I'm not making it too long to where it'll pass the other braid for reference. So I'm gonna go ahead and start braiding down. And then we'll go ahead and add another piece of curly hair. I added 4 pieces of curly hair to each braid. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another piece of curly hair. Again, same process, put some gel on it so it doesn't stick out, and go ahead and braid it to lock it in. And like I said, opposite side, and then we'll take the curly piece on the other side, clip it out the way. Now, do you notice how one of the pieces is shorter? I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys what you can do. You want to borrow from the other braid, because if you add another piece of braiding hair right now, it'll make the hair super long and it won't be matching to the other side. So you want to go ahead and just borrow so it's consistent, and then we're going to braid it all the way to the end and see the final product. I'll say take out the clips. This is how the hair should look. Do y'all see how beautiful this texture is? Obviously once I wash it, it's going to be a little bit looser, but such a good curl texture. And you see how it pops out? We love that. Alright y'all, and then when you're done, this is how your braids should look. And do you see how full these are? Because you gotta know, like, when the hair is wet, it's thin. But since we're doing big braids, you want to make sure you're fitting in a good amount of bulk hair. You don't want it to be super small. It throws it off. Like, this is very cohesive. It looks really nice. I love it. Let me see, it's the same length as this one. Now, these I did 2 days ago. I have not dipped the hair in water yet because I wanted to do it with you guys. So these have been in here for 2 days, and this is how it looks. And I'm gonna dip all of it in water, and I'm pretty sure once I do, I'll come show you guys how your hair will look when you dip it. Initially I wasn't gonna dip it, but the braids are stiff. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip it, and then I'll come and show you guys the final result. But this is how it's looking. Bottom row has 3, and then this one has 7. This one also has 7. Okay, the next one also has 7, and then the one at the top has 6. So I'm gonna do the math and tell you how many braids those are. But yeah, that's how we're looking. As you can see, it's not terribly bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and dip it in water and dry it, and that's gonna be it. But so far, I really love how this looks. It's really cute, really flowy. So yeah, I'm gonna go get them up, and then I'll be back to show you guys the final look. Alright guys, as you can see, I did go ahead and dip the hair in hot water, and it's very much movable now, and the curls are a little bit more defined because I scrunched them up and blow dried them. So this is how it's looking. I just styled it in a half up, half down. I love me a nice little half up, half down. You can still see the gorgeous braid and how it ends. Super nice and so gorgeous. Everything is linked down below as always. If you have any questions, any new styles you guys want me to try, please feel free to let me know. Other than that, yeah, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate it. It means so much to me. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye, Cheri.